And welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us here on 726. This is our special Fleur Delicious Weekend program. We do this every year for our friends over in Eureka Springs. We encourage
Our buds.
Our buds.
Our buds.
And we encourage everyone to put this in your schedule. The event is coming up the 7th through the 14th?
12th.
12th.
7th through the
7th through the 12th of July. And a lot of activities going on. You can go to the website and we'll have more information on the screen on how you can get more information. With us today is Troy Johnson. Welcome
Troy.
to the show, Troy.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You own a business called Fresh Harvest.
Yes, I do. Fresh Harvest.
Tell me about that business. I've never heard of it before. Tell our viewers all about it.
Okay, it's a unique business, and Steve Ketchersid is the co-owner with me, who's off camera. Fresh Harvest is a tasting room in Eureka Springs, and we bring the finest olive oil and balsamics from all over the world to Eureka Springs. It's a big tasting room. You can go in. We have almost 70 items to taste. I brought some things that we're going to taste here today.
And I'm sure you are there to educate us on different things about olive oils and balsamics and such.
That's exactly right. And you know, let me start out by saying that olive oil, for the most part, is all imported because we don't have the agricultural business in the country. Now, California is changing that. Look for Texas to have a new oil boom.
Okay.
This time it's going to be olive oil. Texas Olive Oil Ranch has planted 100,000 trees.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's just going to be amazing when that comes online, probably in about 15 or 20 years. Takes a while for olive trees to mature. The FDA does not regulate imported olive oil.
Didn't know that.
Yep. And the vast majority of imported olive oil is what we refer to in the industry as adulterated. So the extra...
That doesn't sound good.
At all.
It does not sound good. And what that means is they put canola in the olive oil, and a lot of times they'll put rancid olive oil or old olive oil in the olive oil.
Wow, I had no idea.
And University of Davis in California just did the latest study. 70% of the olive oil that you buy in the stores is adulterated.
Even if it says 100% virgin?
Even if it says it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
I had no idea.
So your olive, how do you choose your olive oil?
So I have one main family supplier, and we carefully, working with her, we basically, she employs entire farms. We work with both hemispheres, so we work with Spain, Italy, Greece, Portugal, but we also work with Australia, Chile, and Peru. So we have a fresh harvest of olive oil from both hemispheres. And we chemically test all of the olive oil that we get, and we're of a grade called UP, which is ultra premium, which actually surpasses USDA organic standards.
Oh well, so you know that's good.
Yes, it's really good. Most Americans have never tried real olive oil. So the first one that we're going to sample today is an Arbequina. Arbequina is a name of an olive. You know when you go to the grocery store and you buy apples, there's many kinds of apples, right? So olive's the same way. And also, olive is a fruit.
Didn't know that either.
It's a stone fruit, like a cherry, except it's...
Okay.
Yeah. So what we're going to sample is fruit juice.
And you get the oil from the seed, is that right?
No, you get the oil from the flesh.
From the flesh,
okay.
From the flesh. So we're going to taste this Arbequina, and how you taste olive oil, and I'm going to taste with you, is you want to smell, and it should smell fresh and good. It's of the earth. And then we're going to take a nice taste, and you want to let your tongue get the texture. And this is going to be buttery and creamy.
Okay.
Kind of like a wine tasting.
Kind of like a wine tasting. That's right.
That's wonderful.
Isn't that nice?
That is nice.
Now you're going to get a little tickle in the back of your throat. That is something called
I feel it now.
something called polyphenols. That's antioxidants. Now, one thing you're going to notice is that where's the oil? It's gone.
It's not right.
It's gone.
Olive oil is not really oily, so to speak.
But that buttery taste is still there. And
Isn't that
very
nice?
That's very nice.
Isn't that great?
Chug it.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
So the next thing we're going to taste is
You
a...
good
Oh, no, I
with that?
got it.
Okay,
I got
good.
it. The next thing we're going to taste is a balsamic. We get all of our balsamics from Modena, Italy. They're barrel aged. This is actually condensed grape juice. It's cooked
I
down,
can smell that from here.
and then it's barrel aged, and this is barrel aged for 18 years.
Wow.
And this is the real deal. Yes.
And this is a darker color than the other one. The other one's actually
Well, that-
clear.
The first one we tried was an olive oil. This is a vinegar. This is a balsamic.
Vinegar. I
Balsamic
love
vinegar.
balsamic.
Yeah.
That's not just your balsamic vinegar.
That's the real thing, right?
That's good.
Yeah, you can drizzle that on burgers on the grill,
That's really good.
chicken on the grill. You can make salads. You can put it in spaghetti sauce.
That's all I
marinade.
use on salad is balsamic. But had I, I'm going to have to invest in this
Yeah.
because that's
It's really
very,
yummy.
very yummy.
Now, the next thing we're going to taste, we also do fused and infused olive oils. So we have lines of citrus and herbals and all
Okay.
kinds of things.
Okay.
This next one is called a Tuscan herb, and it is infused with garlic and basil and
Oh,
rosemary.
I smell it.
Yeah. You can saute chicken, fish. You can make salad dressings with this.
Nice. You just,
You like
It's
that?
butter.
It's like butter.
Tastes like butter.
but it's delicious.
That'd
Delicious
be good on
butter.
popcorn.
Now, you know,
Would.
I bet it would.
we actually have, now, since you mentioned that, a butter olive oil that is made with 5 herbs. It's a vegan recipe, highly coveted. We have people traveling just to
Really?
get this. We do ship though, but and we serve it with popcorn in the store so you can see what it tastes like.
There you go, Dan.
There you go.
Who knew?
Now we're going to make a vinaigrette. I've mixed 50-50 the Tuscan herb olive oil that we tried
Okay.
and the traditional balsamic.
Okay.
And this, do you know what caprese salad? It's tomatoes and mozzarella cheese
Yes.
and basil. This is a liquid caprese. And this is also just wonderful on to marinate, to do any kind of salad. There you go.
Well, you have all this available. in
And
the
more.
store.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's really, really
that
nice.
good?
Really nice. I would definitely enjoy
Makes me
having
want
some
to
of that.
make salads.
Doesn't it though?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna end the tasting with raspberry balsamic.
Ooh, that sounds wonderful.
And this raspberry balsamic, we have
Ooh.
tangerine and pomegranate and raspberry and chocolate and espresso and all kinds of
See,
flavors.
who knew?
Who
I mean,
knew?
who knew? Tastes like raspberry. That's amazing.
great?
That's really cool. So, do we talk about? You said California, but do we talk about the particular?
Well, our
Supplier.
suppliers. I lived in California for 20 years,
Uh-huh.
and the suppliers is at the Port of Oakland.
Okay.
So that's where we get our stuff.
What started you? What made you be interested in doing this?
It's kind of ironic story. I was actually a customer of the first olive oil and vinegar tasting room in the United States about 10 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And it was in Berkeley, California, off the beaten path, no advertising, no sign. I'm like, what is this? We went in. I didn't like olive oil. I didn't like balsamic because I'd never had the real thing.
Okay.
And because I've only had Bertolli, or whoever
Exactly.
else or something at the store. And I've never had
Great value.
fresh,
Just kidding. But
never had anything like that. And I was hooked. I was like, oh my gosh. So, yeah. So that's how I got
I think
into
once
it.
people taste something this quality, they won't want to use other less.
It's true.
Now, how long
Less.
have you been in Eureka?
We've been in Eureka for about 3 years.
Okay.
And we have Fresh Harvest Tasting Room, and then we have a shop next door called the Spice Boat, which we import fresh herbs and spices. During Fleur Delicious weekend, we're going to be having free tasting tours all not weekend, for the whole week. Free tasting tours, come on in, sniffing tours at the spice shop. We're going to be doing a cookbook signing and have a local chef who couldn't join us today, but her and her team are going to come in and do food. They're going to be cooking and samples all day
Because I
long.
wonder, how do you sample spices? How do you sample
You
spices?
sniff them.
Okay. All right. I didn't know. I just thought I'd ask.
For our viewers out there that have never heard of you before or would like to come by and do some tasting and sampling aromatically, how do they get a hold of you? Where's your location at?
Okay, so first of all, we're on the web, freshharvest.co, not .com.
Okay.
And we're on Facebook. So if you Google Fresh Harvest Eureka Springs, you're going to find us. Then we're located physically off Highway 62, right as you're heading into town, where the Village Shopping Center is, where the Pine Mountain Jamboree
Okay,
is.
yeah.
The visitor center's in there. There's a big tower in there, and both of our shops are in there, and that's where we'll be doing the cookbook signing too.
And this is a cookbook, I see.
Yep. So healthy options for every day.
Okay.
These are simple and easy meals, and most all of them use olive oil or balsamic in some way or another. There's hummus. There's cauliflower soup. It has 3 ingredients, the best soup you've ever had. Kitchen sink ratatouille.
Okay.
One of my favorites is the Bloody Mary salad.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah. So, and Sheila Reese.
And you have these available there.
Yes,
no doubt.
these are going to be
Okay.
there, and they're going to be doing demos and cooking all day, and that will happen on Saturday the 11th from 10
Okay.
a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay. But you can come by all week and taste test with Troy.
Absolutely, and we'll teach you about olive oil. We'll teach you about
Good.
balsamics.
Health benefits, I'm sure, and why they should be having pure olive oil instead of the adulterated.
Exactly.
Right. And
Okay.
it's funny that you mentioned pure olive oil. There are actually 5 grades of olive oil. I'm going to get this in real quick, and consumers don't know this. The Olive Oil Council in Europe created it, so when we go to the olive oil aisle, we don't know what this means, and I'm going to tell you. Extra virgin is the first pressing of the fruit.
Okay.
Virgin is the second pressing of the fruit.
Okay.
Okay. Now, have you ever seen light olive oil? Okay. Now we in America we think, oh, that must be low on calories.
Right.
But it's not. It's the third pressing of the fruit. Extra light olive oil is the fourth pressing of the fruit. And the most misleading is the fifth. It's called pure olive oil, and it's the fifth pressing of the fruit.
So does it dilute as it goes, or?
Completely. You're not getting any antioxidants. And the fifth pressing of the fruit in Europe, they use that as lamp oil.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
So,
So,
Burns.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it does.
okay.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. That's very good to know, actually.
Very
Well,
welcome.
Troy, we appreciate you being here, and let people know that they can come by anytime during the Fleur Delicious. And you've got an event coming up on a Saturday, is that right?
Saturday the 11th, yes. We'll have Sheila Reese and Casey Sams, a local chef and nutritionist, with their cookbook for healthy options for every day. And they're going to be offering food all day long, in addition to the olive oil tasting tours.
Thanks so much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
And more information is available at the end of the show. Thanks so much for that. KJ is coming up along with Greg. He will be here, and they're going to be talking about several different things. Also, the Writers Colony, and that's coming up. We'll be talking to them in just 2 minutes. Stay with us. You're watching K26.